Too kind, but I do deserve it. Yes, here we are again. Welcome to the show, a brand new week of words and wit. And, of course, there are points and prizes and pounds at stake. And it really is a great pleasure to welcome my first celebrity partner on the show, a star on both sides of the Atlantic, Millicent Martin. Actually, Millie, we're very fortunate. We've only just caught you in time because at the back end of the week, next weekend, in fact, you're going back to the States, aren't you?
Yes, yes. Polly's, the show I'm in at the Shaftesbury Theatre in London, will be closing. So I'll be going home.
Been nice to be back in London for a while, though.
Oh, yes. It's been lovely to visit everybody and to do the show.
And, of course, over in America, you have played the Pyramid Game there, too, I believe.
Yes, I have, yes.
An experienced player we have here. Millicent, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And playing with Millicent, we welcome a gentleman here for the first time. He's from Worthing in West Sussex. His name is Paul Doyle. Tell us what you do for a living, Paul.
I'm a school teacher.
School teacher. And hobbies? Any hobbies, part-time things?
Dieting.
With any great success, dare we ask?
I'm in between diets.
In between diets at the moment. Well, it's good to have you on the show. Paul and Millicent. Well, in fact, opposing Millie is a really great friend of hers, but for the purposes of the show, he's turned rival. He's a broadcaster, writer, producer and director. Welcome, Ned Sherin. Here we are on TV, but I think essential listening for many people on Radio 4, of course, is Loose Ends. And that's more like a social gathering than a show, isn't it?
No, it's a sort of collection of badly behaved adolescents that I try and keep in order.
You're worse behaved than most of them, aren't you?
No, I'm too old to be badly behaved.
Well, behave yourself.
I've forgotten what it was all about.
I'm sure you have not. Well, welcome to the show, Ned. Nice to have you along. And you indeed are partnering a lady who was with us on Friday. To date, she's won the Pyramid Classic Clock and £175. That's Carol Ann Sevitt from Edgware in Middlesex. But not originally from there, Carol Ann, are you?
No, I come originally from Dublin.
Do you now? Mm-hmm. Now, how is it, therefore, that somebody from Dublin is as interested in cricket as you apparently are?
My first boyfriend when I was 11 was a cricketer. And from then on, I used to go and score, and it was quite fun to be the only woman, or girl, amongst 22 men every Sunday afternoon doing the scoring. That's how it
Well, I'm sure so. Well, so far you haven't been stumped on this game. We'll see how you get on with this one. We have Carol Ann and Ned. Right. Of course, as you know, there are 6 categories on the board. Let's reveal them now and see what we've got in this first round. Bolster up, crime waves, means to an end, point taken, leading role, and well saved. There are 7 words in each of those categories, and they are to be described by one of our players, and of course their partner has to guess what's on the screen in front of them. Let's remind ourselves now, though, of those sonorous sounds, like this one, which is for a correct answer. This, if there's a breach of the rules. And when the special lucky 7 is revealed, we have this. That's right, of course, and we have a Pyramid Prize, a special one, like that clock, which Carol Ann has already. We'll see if that is revealed a bit later. Let's turn to the board now, though, and ask Millicent to choose the first one.
Means to an end.
Means to an end. Right, what have we got here? Words ending in end, like E-N-D, OK? Your example is bend. You've got 7 more of those. 30 seconds start now.
When it's not the truth, you're playing... it's not real. You're going to children dress up and...
Pretend.
That's it. If somebody's going to fight you, you have to...
Contend.
No, yourself.
Defend.
Yes. And you and I are mates.
Friend.
Yes. And he is a vicar. He is the...
parson, vicar, friend.
End. He's very...
Reverend.
That's it. Thank you. And a school where all the children go is called a...
Maybe it's a grammar school he teaches in, I don't know, but it was comprehend that we had, and that leads us up to 4 points. Right, that indeed was the end of that category. Ned, choose one, please.
Oh, I think we'll have crime waves. It takes me back to loose ends again.
We have words associated with here, pirates, very clever, crime waves, and your example is eye patch, OK? 7 more in this category, 30 seconds on the clock, and the time starts now.
Pirate, famous pirate, most famous pirate.
Jolly Roger.
No, he had a very...
Blackbeard.
Yes. What he used to wield in his hand.
Cutlass.
Yes. What he gained from other ships.
Loot.
No.
Booty.
What he took from other ships, what he...
Pass.
What he carried in his ship, what anybody carried
Sunken
in a
treasure.
ship. No, anybody carries in a ship.
Go.
General.
Cargo.
Cargo, yes, correct. What flag he flew.
Jolly Roger.
Yes. What coins he had.
What a pity that the lady from Dublin did not get to say doubloons, because that was going to be the next one. However, they now have 4 points. And appreciation from the crowd. We've turned the monitors around, of course, now to face our contestant partners. And Paul, it's your choice, please.
Well saved.
Well saved. Right, we have here 7 words associated with preservation, okay? And your example here is pickle.
Pickle.
Yeah, with pickle, yes. We want you to have a go as 30 seconds start now.
Sour wine.
Vinegar.
Very cold.
Iced.
Where you put
Frozen.
stuff to keep...
Fridge.
So-
Icebox. Refrigerator.
What you do when you
Freezer. Freeze. Frozen.
Yeah, parts, go on. Opposite of pepper.
Salt.
Very old, like a motor car.
Ancient.
And a wine.
Veteran.
Nearly. Same letter it
vintage.
begins with. Next one.
Cigarette.
Comes
Smoke.
out.
Smoke.
Next one. Put it round me when I'm sinking.
Oh.
Yes, but not too fast, nor indeed in the West. They got themselves 8 points. Like a wine, of course, vintage was the word that we were looking for there, wasn't it? So we've turned the set around to Carol Ann now. Bolster up, leading role, point taken. What would you like?
Point taken.
Point taken, okay. As yet, the lucky 7 not revealed. Words associated with fence. And your example is boundary. Another cricketing term there. Okay, 30 seconds. Your time starts now.
Going round a
Circumference.
garden. Pass. A cable. A telegram. Another word for cable, telegram, fuse. You make the fuse out of it. You join the 2 pieces together. Fuse. You send it. You send a.
Wow.
Yes. You climb over it to get into a field. The steps, and you have to climb over it and get onto the other side of the field. Climb up the steps and over
A
it.
stile.
Yes. You fight with it.
A sword.
Yes.
Right, okay. You were working very well there, I think, Carol Ann. And the result of your labours, you've now got 7 points. Now that, of course, means it will stay with you. You're just 1 point behind, not too many, of course. And we have 2 more categories to choose from. Ned, you going to describe again here?
Oh, I think we'll have leading role. We can't let Mark...
Right. From a man with theatrical leanings, of course, and this is the special Lucky 7. It's been revealed. If you guess all 7, as you know, Carol Ann, another special pyramid prize. And it's not a clock, I can promise you, so you'll be all right. We have words associated with walking the dog, and your example is exercise, all right? 7 more. We wish you well. 30 seconds start now.
The thing that goes along the side of the road.
Pavement.
Yes. The place where you drink and
Bar.
pay for your drink.
Bar.
No, shorter. Yep. The thing that dogs do it up against.
Lamppost.
Where you would walk the dog with green grass.
Park.
Yes. The thing that you go from one side of the street to the other safely.
Crossing.
Yes.
Pelican crossing.
The thing that you read in the train on the way to work.
The notices on the
No.
newspaper.
Yes.
Hot diggity dog, says he, because we were going to get stay, and we
know.
did stay on 6 in that round. You didn't get the prize, but nevertheless, a good score has taken you on to 13 points. And, of course, we are playing for points here. The winner of this part of the game goes on to play for pounds in a moment or two. We're left with only 1 category, are we not? And that is bolster up. Millie's going to do the describing, and it's words associated with upholstery, such as textile, all right? We've got 30 seconds on the clock. It starts now.
What they do, they put this thick stuff in and it makes the...
Padding.
Yes. And they're little separate...
Cushions.
Yes. And a 3-piece...
Sweet.
Yes. And you throw over a loose...
Scatter cushions.
Loose...
Covers.
Yes. And little things that dangle on the end.
Tassels.
In silk, yes. And you use thumb... It is...
Thumbtacks.
Yes. And it is the material. It's a
Satin.
Any
Fabric.
Yes.
Yes, that's it, and I can tell you that Paul and Millicent are the winners! Right. Yes, they just overtook it there. So keen was I to get on with the pounds game that I nearly dashed over to them. But I have to come and say farewell to you, Carol Ann.
Thank
It was
you very
good of
much.
you to come back after the weekend.
Thank you very much.
£175.
Lovely.
The classic pyramid clock. To add to a collection of many which you've got already, I know. Thanks for being with us. Ned, of course, you'll play again in
He was
part
very
2.
generous in defeat.
I think so. We're now going to go, ladies and gentlemen, to Play for Pounds. Well, of course, you've done this for the greenbacks before, Millie, I know, in the States, but it's pounds this time around, of course. We have 3 lots of 25 across the bottom, we have 2 lots of 50 in the middle and 100 at the top, and, of course, that makes £275, and you will be coming back in part 2 to partner Ned, Paul. Now, then, it's all categories this time, and phrases rather than individual words. We'll put 60 seconds on the clock. Wish you a lot of luck, and your time starts now.
Meryl Streep.
Actresses.
Well known.
Famous actresses.
Sections of the visage.
Parts of your face.
Yes. Oysters, mussels.
Shellfish. Types of shellfish.
Yes. By boat.
Methods of travelling across the ocean.
Skis.
Water sports.
Means to pass over a small body of water.
Ways of crossing water. A bridge. Ways of crossing over a lake. A pond.
A small...
A little bridge.
A small body of water.
Ways of crossing a river.
Yes, thank you. Items discovered in the little thing in where the bath is. Oh,
Bathroom cabinets. Containments.
I have 8 wives.
What's her name?
6 wives.
Oh, Henry VIII.
I saw 8 up there.
Henry VIII.
Sorry, I said
Never mind. With inflation these days, he might well have had 8 wives. Who can tell? Anyway, you've now got yourself £125, Paul. That's terrific. And, of course, you'll be partnering Ned in part 2 of the Pyramid Game. We'll see you then. Thank you very much indeed. Well, Paul Doyle spent the first part of the programme matching minds with Millicent Martin, and as a result, he's now got himself £125 and also the privilege of partnering Ned Sherrin. Therefore, we welcome somebody else to play with Millicent, and it's a lady, of course. She comes from Walton-on-the-Naze in Essex, and it's Helen Francini. Welcome to you, Helen.
Hello, Steve.
An ex-translator and interpreter here.
That's right. Yeah.
How, what, why, and where did you do all of that?
Well, in Italy and in England.
Really?
For the police.
Well, with Francini, of course, yes, it would have to be.
Exactly.
And you work for the police?
Yes, I did in Essex, yes.
Right. And also in Italy, or you went over there?
I did odds and ends in Italy as well, yes.
Oh, did you really? I don't think we better go into that. Well, it's good to have you on the show. Welcome, Helen Francini. Right, well, we're going to start with our new contestant, of course, but first of all, let's have a look at the new categories up here on the board. Wishy-washy, old buffers, one in the eye, punters, up the hill, and sniff. Sniff. Well, we already know, of course, from this game that some of those belie what lie behind them, but there are 7 words in each. And, Millie, it's your choice, please.
We're going to try sniff, sniff.
Are you now? Right, we have 7 things associated with, not what you think, associated with winter. And your example is January, the month we're almost at the end of now, OK? So 7 things associated with winter, and your time starts now.
Well, what a bear does in the winter. Goes to sleep.
Hibernation.
Yes. And Jack... with
Jack
the
Frost.
icicles. Yes. And you put on these long, heavy shoes.
Long johns. Oh,
no, the ones that come up
Wellington
to your knees.
boots, snow boots.
Thank you. And you drink this lovely thing, Campbell's.
Blue vine, or hot soup.
Yes. And you get these horrible itchy things.
Chilblains on the
yes.
fingers.
And they all play with a puck.
Oh, ice hockey.
Yes. And you...
Oh, punch.
That's
Punch,
it.
yes. Oh,
Yes,
punch is
that's
right.
it.
7 points. How about that? Helen was surprised. Oh, punch, but she was right. Absolutely. So, what are we going to take now, then?
He wants punters.
He wants punters. And your man's not wrong. Oh, well, he's got an eye for success here. £125 already, of course, to Paul. And a special pyramid prize here if you manage to guess all 7 correctly in this category. Ned is going to describe awfully well. It's different kinds of boat. And your example is dinghy. All right, we've got 7 more. Wishing you well. 30 seconds start now.
One that Red Indians use.
Canoe.
Yep. One that Tor Heyerdahl used to cross the Pacific.
Raft.
Yes. One that pulls another boat in.
Tug.
Yes. One that goes up and down canals.
Barge.
Yes. One that the Chinese use.
Yak.
No.
No, that's a camel. Junk.
Yes, that's right. One the Italians use.
Gondola.
Yes. One that the Eskimos use.
Kayak.
Yes.
Yes! Well, yes, they've matched it with 7 points there. You knew you were going to get yak in there somewhere with the Kai on the front. It got you the prize, of course. And the special pyramid prize, the bonus prize, goes to Paul, and it is this. It is the pyramid rack of wine, and it is absolutely full. So I'm sorry to tell you, Paul, that the diet has gone for a while again now, but there it is. And also, both teams now have 7 points. Such a contest is in progress here. The ladies have had a little confab, and they're going to tell us what's happening now.
We've decided for one in the eye, please.
One in the eye for you, then, Helen.
Yes,
OK.
please.
We have 7 things associated with sewing. And your example is needle. They look fairly pleased about this. 30 seconds start now.
Yes, this is a type of thing that you do. It has a treadle and...
Oh,
to turn-
a machine.
You poke this through the eye of an eagle.
Oh, thread, cotton.
You put this on the end of your finger to
A
stop...
thimble.
You sew these on to do up your
Buttons.
things. And these are glistening things that you wear on evening
Sequins.
clothes. And this is one in time.
A stitch.
And you put on this on your knee if you've made a hole.
Oh, a patch.
Yes.
Done it again! Absolutely. They've now got 14 points. Right. Up the hill you'll go then, Paul. All right, you'll have that. And we're going to tell you this. Words associated with nursery rhymes, OK? And your example is Bo Peep. Right, up the hill we go. 30 seconds on the clock. Your time starts now.
Jack's mate.
Jack and Joe went up the hill.
Willie.
Winky.
They went with Way.
Curds and whey.
Yes. Little Miss Muffet sat on one of these.
Tuffet.
What the black sheep did.
Bar, bar.
Yes. Come, blow on it.
Horn.
Right. Oh, it's like me sitting on a wall.
Humpty Dumpty.
We could do more, no more. You did
it's
time
all
you had time in hand, and both teams now have 14 points. Oh, the cudgels are being truly taken up here, I can tell you. Only 2 left on the board. How are we going to separate them? Millie, choose for me, please.
Oh, let's have wishy-washy.
Right, why not? Take it back to the good old days. 7 things associated with pantomime. Your example is Cinderella. We have 30 seconds starting now.
They go into the trees in the dark.
Little Red Riding Hood.
Go
Babes in
into
the
the-
Wood. Babes in the Wood.
That's right, Jack and the...
Beanstalk.
Yes, and a big thing that turned into a coat.
Cinderella. Pumpkin.
Yes, and Widow Twanky, she has a name at the front, a title. Like
Ugly
Judy
Sister,
Dench.
Ugly Sister.
Judy Dench, Peggy Ashcroft.
Dame.
That's it, and not the bad, but the...
Good.
She flies around.
Fairy.
Yes.
Fairy.
Ooh, well, what can we say there? Maybe. We can't... Oh, says Helen. Nevertheless, it's a good score. They've got 19 points.
Did very well, did we?
I'm loath to leave you with this one, chaps.
We can go Buffett.
Oh,
Right,
Buffett,
right.
yes, I'm sorry about this. But we have words associated with the word stop, OK? And stop. With a P on the end, right? Words associated with stop. Your example here in this category is terminus, all right? So, see if you can beat those 19 points. 14 you have already, and 30 seconds, which start now.
The thing which encourages you to stop. Brings you up the full stop.
Full stop. Buffers, punch, drawback.
You pull on it.
Lever, brake.
Yep. In newspapers.
Full stop. Stop, like head, stop press.
On, yes. The thing comes in the end of a sentence.
Full stop.
Yep. The thing that you say to a horse when you want
Halt.
to stop.
Whoa.
Yep. The thing you have to flag a bus down for.
Hand.
A special sort of stop.
Request.
Oh, that was so close. The ladies thought that 19 wasn't enough, but Helen and Millicent are the winners. Yeah, there's a request stop. They never do, anyway.
No, he got it after the buzzer.
I know, what a shame. Paul, though, you've been a magnificent contestant. Let me just check how much money. £125.
Splendid.
Plus, of course, the wine, which you've got in the pyramid rack. So I have to watch the old top. It's been terrific having you on the show. Thanks so much indeed for playing. And in the meantime, Mr. Sasherian, thank you very much indeed. You've enjoyed yourself immensely, haven't you? Well, keep those loose ends going. Mind you, right now, what we've got to do is tie up some loose ends as we go with the ladies to play for pounds. That's a very stately and gracious entrance, I must say. Yeah, that was terrific. I didn't ask you, by the way, were you actually, were you born in Italy or born over here?
No, I was married to an Italian.
You were married
yes,
to an Italian.
Born in England.
Right, great name, Francine.
Yes, very pretty, isn't it?
Yes, it is. You should either be a footballer or an opera star with a
Yes,
name
that's
like that.
right.
Well, this time, of course, we're going to see 6 categories, 6 phrases coming up there. Some are longer than others. Some of them might indeed only be one word, and I'm like you, I'm in the dark about this because I don't see the games before we play them, so some might be just one word, some might be what people are saying. Because you know about little key phrases because you've seen the show before.
Yes.
Slightly different from the American version, but nevertheless, I think you've grasped the way we do it over here, haven't you already, Millicent? We're going to put 60 seconds on the clock for you now. We wish you well.
Thank you.
For the first time of asking here, because you will be back tomorrow. 60 seconds, and the time starts now.
Broadway.
New York. Theatreland.
Park Lane. Well known.
Well, famous streets.
Yes. I think I'll dig this up and plant this out next week.
Things you do in a garden.
A dialogue.
Country jargon. Country burr, accents, dialects.
Dialogue. I think I'll plant.
Things you say,
I think I'll
things-
plant this out next week for my
Pass.
for the person I work with. Pass. Coal, oil.
Things you use for burning. Items you use
log.
for heat. Things you put in a fire. Think.
Please. May I?
Things you ask people. Questions you can
type
make.
of.
A type of question.
Type of. Pass.
Dear, dear. Go on, put your hands together for them, ladies and gentlemen. Now, in fact, if I'm right here, it was you that said fire, not Millicent. That's right, isn't it? You didn't say fire, did you?
No.
No, I said fire.
You said
yes.
fire. Well, I'm going to override the adjudicator, and I think we'll give you that £25 anyway, because you did say fire, right? And we put you off in the middle of that little buzz, I think. So we'll give you another 25 there, so it'll be 25 and 25. We'll make £50 at the first time of asking. Turn around and see what the one was you were struggling with there for a moment, Helen. It was what a gardener might say. The old dialogue. That was terrific as well. Ooh-ah, ooh-ah.
Yes, it was lovely.
I didn't get that it was a
I
gardener
thought you meant
for.
country garden.
Yes,
That's
no.
right. What a gardener might say. And ways of asking.
Ways of asking.
Ways
That's
of
a
asking.
hard one.
Please,
Please,
may I,
may I?
yeah, can
Yes.
I, or whatever. However, that is the £50 that you've got. Millicent, thank you very much indeed for being
Thank
with us.
you.
Enjoy the next few days, of course, as Follies comes
Thank
to
you
an
very
end, and then
much.
safe flight back to America. We're not flying you back, of course. You'll be coming back tomorrow. I hope you can join us there,
Thank you
Helen.
very much.
You'll
I'd
have a
love
second
to.
chance to play the game. We'll be back at the same time tomorrow. We look forward to it. It's our regular daily date, of course, every day here on the Pyramid Game. We'll see you then. Cheerio.
And the Pyramid Game moves to 7:30 next week, and All Clued Up will be at 7 o'clock.